Hi, and welcome to the Coors League Roundup for Sunday, March the 2nd. It's certainly proving to be no joke for the Jester as they made it to their second final of the season after a comfortable 3-0 win over the White Hart in the Division 4 Cup. Leon Heath opened the scoring and an own goal doubled their advantage before half-time. Sean Duffy's second half strike sealed the win and a place in the final at Norton. They're going to meet Royal Oak in the final after they won a bad-tempered clash with Alsager Arms, who had 3 men sent off. They already had 1 sent off before they took the lead through Ricky Taylor, but a brace from Johnny Steventon put Oak in command, and the Oxall brothers Matt and Chris put the icing on the cake with the second half goals. Dean Jackson's deflected free kick in extra time was enough for Sneak Green Bar to upset the form book and beat informed Silverdale Vine to reach the Staffs FA Sunday Trophy final. And it's going to be an all Coors League final as Sneak Green will play fellow Division 4 outfit the Jester. In the Premier Division Cup, Melvin Daniels grabbed a hat-trick to fire Darcy's into another final as they edged out Cheltenham 4-3. Matt Cook also scored for Darcy's, while Kieran Ball with 2 and Chris Wood scored for the hosts. Darcy's now have 2 cup final dates after reaching the Staffs FA Premier Cup final last week and are on cup duty again next week in the Bill Slater Cup 4th round. Holders Gardeners Arms are through to the Prem final after a hard-fought 4-2 win against AFC Alsager. Sean Mountford's hat-trick was the difference, however, with Matt Swift also on target. Alsager replied through Paul Burns and John Hart. League action saw Mau Cop bounce back after a lengthy weather layoff with a 3-0 win at Cobridge. Mau are now battling Darcy's 4th place in their debut Premier Division campaign. Cobridge still need a point to be mathematically safe from relegation, however. Mau's marksmen were Tom Kirkham, Joe Donaldson and Matt Sherman. Travellers Milton moved into 2nd place with a comfortable 5-2 win over lowly Crown Red Street. Player manager Dane Jackson was again on target, bagging a brace in a game they were always in control of, adding to goals from Joe Lovett, Gareth Humphreys, Mark Brazier. Crown netted through Andy Timmis and Kyle Cook. In the Touchline Pro First Division, new sign Brian Johnston grabbed the brace on his debut for the Vine in their 3-1 win at Berry Hill. In his first start since moving from small form, Johnson helped his new side take all 3 points against the basement side. Robert Palmer was also on target for the visitors. Palmer? Is he addicted to something? Leaders Bradley had to work hard for their 3-1 win over Ball Green. The visitors had led through Matthew Brock until the 50th minute, and it was the introduction of subs Ash Thompson, the evergreen Godfrey Johnson. Godfrey's been around a while. That turned the game as Thompson helped himself to 2 goals and Johnson the 3rd. Now the result keeps Bradley 8 points clear of their nearest rivals. Theo Stair was the architect of this win for Golden Cup as they eased to a 6-3 win at Scholar Green. Stair grabbed 2 magnificent individual goals and also ran the show from start to finish, leaving the Cup secretary Kevin Cowley telling me, in fact he was purring, the man is a magician, pure and simple. Liam Stonier and Danny Bentley also grabbed 2 apiece as the visitors opened up a 6-1 lead, only to concede a couple of sloppy goals late on, but it wasn't to be. 10 Men Vodafone came out 3-2 on top in a keenly contested clash at home to Poole Doe. A double blast from Jermaine Reid sent Vodafone 2 up, but Matt Walliscroft pulled a goal back for Poole Doe. Sean Nixon made it 3-1 before Mark Tomlinson grabbed a late goal to set up a grandstand finish, but the visitors couldn't muster the equaliser. In the Diamond Limo 2nd Division, new signing Chris Broad made it. He plays cricket, doesn't he? Chris Broad made an immediate impact. It must have been quick getting back from the West Indies. Anyway, Chris Broad made an immediate impact as he claimed both goals in the second half to give Newcastle and Hartshill top spot again after a 2-0 success at Clayton. Clayton made a game of it and the match was goalless and fairly even for the first hour. but the result leaves the visitors in pole position with their fate in their own hands, but it leaves Egg Clayton looking nervously over their shoulders as Keele Uni now have games in hand at the bottom. AFC Moorlands upset another of the promotion contenders as they held Smallthorne to a 2-2 draw after beating Newcastle Hearts last week, so impressive form. Top scorer Chris Matthews was joined on the score sheet by namesake Chris J. Matthews, who scored on his debut today, to leave the Moorlands fans singing, "There's only two Chris Matthews instead of one." Anyway, Corey Chevin and Alexander Dodd grabbed the goals to ensure a point apiece, but it knocks Smallthorne off the top. Lightwood Tavern grabbed a narrow 2-1 win at the Furlong to leave them with a shout of the title if they win their games in hand. Andy Wright and Brian Gallen were on target as was Mark Ellerton for Furlong. A Kieran O'Sullivan double helped Keele win the battle of the basement sides to ensure relegated bid-up would now finish rock bottom, and in the process they're giving themselves a chance of escaping the drop with 4 games in hand. Jamie Barrett got the other goal for Keele. Robin Hood is still unbeaten at the Mark Evans 3rd Division after a 6-1 demolition of promotion-chasing Plaza. Josh Woodhouse top scored with a hat-trick, adding to strikes from Mark Harry, Ash Simpson and Mark Fitton, in a result that leaves Robin Hood 3 points clear at the top. Second place Vegays kept up with the leaders with a narrow 3-2 win, in a cracking game with a sting in the tail for battling Brown Edge. Brown Edge looked as though they'd done enough to claim a point against title-chasing Vegays with a score of 2-2 going into the final minute. Gareth Philcock and Jacob Abratansky with the goals for the hosts, and Sam Dunn and Sean Biddle replying for the visitors. However, Vegays weren't finished and pressed enough to force a late penalty, which Jordan Conliffe coolly converted to deny Brown Edge the share of the points and keep Vegays on course for at least promotion. Hat-trick hero Craig Taylor for Loggerheads was the difference in the mid-table battle with Auctioneers, with the visitors running out 5-2 winners. His treble and a brace for Dave Grimes took the game away from Auctioneers, who netted through Callum Broley and Steve Davis. A brace from Jake Plummore moved Burslem Cricket Club into the top 8 after a 3-1 score left MS Queens in dire relegation trouble. Alex Grecian was also on the mark for Burslem, while Matt Horsfield found the net for Queens. Travellers got another good win as Neil Meredith gave them a first half lead against Canal Tavern. Les Oldcroft levelled for Tavern before the break, but Adam Hughes fired in the second half winner. In the Mark Evans 4th Division, centre-back Liam Keegan notched another hat-trick as Scramblers continue their impressive second half of the season with a 4-0 win at Princess Dresden, with Dean Simcock also on target. Longton Snooker Club won the battle of the bottom 2 with Fen Park 2-1, thanks to a brace from Danny Taylor, while Birches Ed and Castle Rangers played out a 3-3 draw. On the mark for Birches were Aaron Hicken, Sam Badley and Tom Nicklin, while Nathan Broad and Dave Latham with 2 salvaging and pointed Rangers. And that's the end of Coors. Bye bye.